Unlock the power of the Merkaba to jump dimensions. Warping space-time with your energy body to travel the universe. Magic is nothing more than being able to warp space-time to your will. The Merkaba is a sacred 4D geometric symbol which contains all forms within itself. Maoshan sorcerers discovered how to combine spheres and triangles with their energy bodies to open space-time portals. This is the sacred combination of spheres and triangles, as well as the 8-sided symbol which actually unfolds into the Merkaba. Practices that I have been sharing with you on the shop in the thunderwizard.com website are practices that will allow you to jump into different dimensions. When you master this energy, you can then take it into meditation and use it to literally shift dimensions like you would change numbers on a combination lock. We don't live in a single universe. We live in a universe of probabilities. The universe that you experience is the one that you unconsciously choose and manifest. Using these practices allows you to tap into the Merkaba so that you can shift into the dimension that you prefer to live in. Go to thunderwizard.com and click on Shop. Solar Flash Update 2024. The Solar Flash will create 3 new Earths, a 2D, a 3D, and a 5D. Each human must choose. Get my books on Amazon, Kindle, or Audible, or at michaelwilliamdenny.com. Not the kind that abduct, those are something else, but higher dimensional beings of light. And they have been educating me on the nature of the multiverse, things that you cannot learn in the third dimension, things you cannot learn from science or religion. And one of those things is that they let me know that there was going to be an Ascension event. And they showed me in a vision, which was tailored to me and all of the symbolism that I respond to psychologically. So I won't get into that. But it was very clear, the message, that there was going to be an event that everybody would see, and it would be an event that would be of a highly profound spiritual nature. The truth is that everything you always have most deeply desired is the truth. You've wanted to be loved. You've wanted to be seen. You've wanted to be accepted. You've wanted to be safe. And that is the truth. When we break through the barrier of the third dimension and we connect to higher dimensional anything, just anything outside of the third dimension, the first thing that hits you is the unbelievable love. That's the only thing that exists. And that you experience how beautiful and loved and special you are. Hello, my fellow human light beings. Welcome back. Once again, it is time for a live guided interdimensional meditation to bring the 5D solar flash event. And you know the drill. We accomplish this by questioning our reality and then changing it. The Thunder Wizard YouTube channel is the thunderwizard.com website is the website that powers this channel. I invite you to go there, check out all of the higher dimensional energy practices available, personal mentorship, spiritual counseling, live Zoom group classes. And if you want to read about my adventures with higher dimensional extraterrestrials, you can go get my books at michaelwilliamdenny.com. Hello and welcome back, my friends. Nice to see you. So we've just entered a very powerful period astrologically. We had a lunar eclipse, very powerful lunar eclipse last night on the 17th. And so we're entering into a very powerful phase when it comes to eclipses. I won't take up time in this to talk about that. I guess I'll have to make some videos. But what I do want to talk about is something I've already mentioned, and it's just something to keep in mind, which is that we have also entered into a relationship with a comet that is going to be passing by us, and my understanding is that this is a once-in-a-lifetime comet that will be the brightest thing in the sky, and that on the 6th of October it will enter into, I believe for 6 days, it'll be conjunct with the sun, and then on the 12th it will come back out from between us and the sun, and we'll be able to see it. Now, why is this significant? As we talked about in the video that I showed you a while back, if you look up here, we are in if you look down where it says AD 1700, that's where we are right now. We are in an ascending cycle that just started of the yugas. And if you look directly opposite where we are right now, in the beginning of the descending cycle of the yugas 12,500 years ago, that is when there was the Younger Dryas event, catastrophe associated with all of the mythological flood events. Turns out this is a real thing. That's why it's in mythological teachings all over the world, including so-called primitive tribal, as well as modern day civilized people. And what I believe is going to happen is that on October 6th, we are going to have this comet, which will be between us and the sun. I believe that this will trigger an event in the opposite. So the Younger Dryas climate catastrophe was in a descending yuga cycle, coming from the peak of spirituality, and then there was a huge fall, huge crash, and things just started spiraling downward. And then in AD 1700, we moved out of the deepest dark ages and we started moving towards consciousness. And so I believe there's going to be a dramatic, sudden, cataclysmic awakening. So I think it'll be the mirror opposite of what happened 12,500 years ago. I don't need to be right about that. at all. The only reason that I even looked into it was because I woke up a couple, 2-3 weeks ago with a picture in my mind of a calendar, and October 6th was right there. So I went, oh, I'm supposed to look up October 6th. And October 6th is when this Atlas comet, which is currently just now coming into view in the southern hemisphere, this comet will enter conjunction between the Earth and the Sun, which means that whatever significance this might have, whatever energy this might have, the Sun is going to, I believe, potentially activate it. Who knows what that means? It doesn't have to mean anything. I could be completely wrong. It could be just totally coincidental. But nevertheless, light beings told me almost a year ago, they said, wait for a comet. When you see a comet appear in the sky, that's when everything's about to happen. So we'll find out whatever that means. So we've seen today, and we're going to get into the meditation here very quickly, but we've seen today on the news, if the news has shown up anywhere in your feed, if you have any, you've seen the level of how warfare has become just insidious, and that nobody can escape it. That if evil people want to, they can literally blow up your phones and attack you just simply with the phones that you carry around with you, or walkie-talkies or other devices. So that's the level that things have sunk to, and so we need to bring this to an end. So what I'm gonna be thinking about today in my meditation, which has come up in my other meditations, is this vision of seeing like a wind, more like a solar wind, hitting Earth and stripping away a veil of unconsciousness, and a wind that will strip away the ability of the dark forces to control people's minds. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on, and of course you can focus on whatever you like that brings you joy. And throughout this, I'm sure we'll get to something in the meditation. We'll see what the light beings have in store for us, but it's very possible that you might start looking at the new 5D Earth. But if you'd like to, you can just be focusing on a world that will bring you joy and happiness, where there's openness and an end to isolation, an end to fear, an end to violence, end to hatred, and an awakening of a heaven on earth. And not too long ago, I was connecting with the light beings, and my brain was filled with DMT, and all that, and I wanted to go take a walk on the beach, and I walked past the pool that there is in my little community, and there was a little girl by herself crying, very little, like 3 years old or something like that, and nobody was comforting her, and that broke my heart. Just absolutely, nobody should feel like that. And I've become aware since then that this is how most humans feel. They feel completely isolated and alone and full of pain, and nobody's taking care of you, nobody sees you. And I'd like to see that change. I'd like to see everybody feel loved and accepted and connected, not only to themselves, to others, to the gods, to the spirits, to just energy, the earth, all of the fantasies that we've all had as little kids. That's what I want to see. So with that, let's just go ahead and get started with the meditation. If you're new to this meditation, you don't have to do anything in particular. but I encourage you to do whatever will bring you the greatest experience. So you hear the mantra in the background, which is the Huar mantra. That is a combination of two very powerful seed sounds. By the way, I wish I could find it. I saw a video of a recording of solar wind, and when they picked up the solar wind, they somehow got some sound or turned it into sound, and I kid you not, I heard it go Huar. So, this is a sound that the sun is making continuously with the solar wind that it sends towards, well, in all directions, I would imagine. So the Huar sound means the earth rising up with solar energy to a higher dimension. So when you chant that, you don't have to sound like me. You don't have to do it at the same timing that I do. You don't have to try and replicate the throat singing. I don't do that on purpose. It sometimes just happens. You don't have to try and replicate that. And you can do it at any frequency you want. If you don't want to fall asleep, I recommend that you sit instead of lie down. Don't lie down, or you have a better chance of falling asleep. But if you want to fall asleep, please feel free to do so. Whatever it is that works for you. You can do this in full lotus, half lotus, sitting on a chair with your back straight, not leaning up against the chair, with your head as though you're looking a couple feet in front of you. That'll keep the back of your neck straight. Or you can just sit in a chair, lie down. You can move around. You can do your qigong, your tai chi, you can yoga, whatever works for you. Dance, I don't care. And apparently the light beings don't care either. So with that in mind, go get into your preferred meditative state and posture, and we'll go ahead and get started. So take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Let it all go. And now just breathe long and deep. Allow your body to relax completely. Feel the power of gravity pulling you towards Mother Earth. Just let this power relax your body. Understand that the force of gravity is, in fact, the embrace of your mother, planet Earth. She loves you so much. She can't tolerate the thought of you rising away from her even for a split second, so she constantly holds you in her embrace so that you are in constant contact with her. Let this energy rise up into your body and pull you deeper and deeper into her energy field. Understand that this power that you feel is able to completely nurture you. Allow this energy to go into your kidneys and receive the flow of life, the flow of resources. This is, people get lower back pain because they worry about money, which is the kidneys. So when you allow this energy to go up into your kidneys, you allow yourself to receive the eternal and completely free resources available to you. Allow your energy to go all the way down into the center of Mother Earth. And together we're going to chant her mantra, which is the Hul sound. H-U-U-L. L. Inhale and chant with me. And please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Now we've connected with our beautiful Mother Earth. We can now focus on where our soul resides. So focus on your heart chakra. Allow your heart to open and give yourself access to the eternal divine spark of light which resides in your heart chakra. This is your soul. Your soul is not affected by any of the third dimensional human, fictional character issues that your human reality gives you. Your soul is not affected by any pain, by any drama, any trauma. All of that is part of your human fictional character which you created in order to give you an avatar to interact with three-dimensional reality. Go deep within your heart and feel that neutral space which is full of bliss and joy and love. And if you follow that spark of light all the way back to its source, you will find God. Because you yourself are nothing more than a ray of God shining into this third dimension. You have all power. You have been everything, and you have been everywhere. This is your true identity. And now we're going to allow our essence to come out of our heart center, and it's going to rise up and look down on our physical bodies. Send your physical body love, healing, and gratitude. Thank your body for giving you the perfect vehicle through which your eternal soul can interact with this three-dimensional video game. Now allow your energy to rise up towards the ceiling, and it goes up through the roof, and here we can feel very powerful higher dimensional energy reaching down into the third dimension and pulling our consciousness up through the Earth's atmosphere. We climb higher and higher. As we look down, we can see our house receding. Below us, we can see the city, the state that we live in. We can see that receding further. We can see the country that we live in. We see the continent upon which we live. We continue to rise fast through the atmosphere. We break through Earth's gravitational field, and we now are floating out into interplanetary space. And we realize that we are no longer connected to the third dimension of our fictional character we've created. We are no longer part of three-dimensional space-time. We can feel ourselves expand into who we truly are. We can begin to remember that we are beings of light who live in multiple dimensions, and that this 3D Earth is only one of infinite numbers of places that we exist. And now I'd like to give you an opportunity to call out to your light being guide. If you've never done that before, you just simply send out the mental invitation out into infinity, asking your personal light being, higher self, guide to come and interact with you. Do this now. And now just take a brief moment with your light being guide and look deeply in their eyes and ask them to transmit to you any information or any energy that will help you in this meditation we're going to do today. Do this now. And now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You can continue this conversation whenever you wish. Just think of your guide and you will be right back where you left off. And now we are going to send out an invitation to any and all light beings in the entire multiverse to come and empower us and be a part of this transformational exercise that we are going to be doing. Reach out and mentally send out the invitation to all civilizations throughout the universe, to all extraterrestrial beings of light, to all beings in higher dimensions who don't have a physical body, to all of the spirits, to all of the angels, to all of the helpers, to all of the demigods. Send out a request to all deities, even the titans, to all beings at all levels of awareness in every dimension across this multiverse. Ask all conscious beings to come and empower us in shifting the earth up. Go ahead and do this now. And go ahead and look around you and see the infinite numbers of light beings stretching off into infinity. All different kinds, all different levels. They are all here supporting you in your work. You are the only being that can bring the shift to planet Earth. This is your three-dimensional reality. You created it. Only you can change it. But you can get help from any and all conscious beings. So now all of us, we are going to now look away from Earth, looking out into space, and I'm seeing a bright white light that looks like a diamond, incredibly powerful, incredibly bright. We are going to allow ourselves to fly towards this extremely bright diamond that's shooting powerful white light into all directions. and we come upon it and we see that it is a portal. Before we go in, we are given the opportunity to choose whether or not we want to evolve to the next level. So if you enter this portal, it is because you have made the conscious decision that you are going to allow yourself to shift up to a higher frequency. You are aware that this frequency will destroy many of your attachments to your current reality, to your current identity. You understand that this might be potentially a challenging process the more that you hold on to these things, and you also accept that it will be a powerful upliftment to your experience of joy and bliss. And so now give yourself a moment to make the decision to let go of any attachments that do not serve you in a higher vibrational frequency. Do this now. And now bring your attention back, those of you who have made the decision to increase your frequency. We are now going to enter into this portal. We get pulled into this light, it surrounds us, and we are now completely surrounded by incredibly piercing white light. This pierces through everything. And just being in the presence of this light, many of our attachments are broken, destroyed, neutralized. We make the decision to surrender to this light, to surrender to this power. And while we are here, we are given an opportunity to see a higher version of ourselves. And within this portal, there are tremendously powerful beings of light. If you squint, you can see that they are all around you. And you notice that a being is coming to you, a crystalline being filled with light. And this being asks you if you would like to see who you truly are. If you choose to say yes, this being will show you a higher dimensional version of yourself. Go ahead and do this now. And now please repeat back to this being what you saw, felt, or heard. Do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We are now going to chant the Huar breath 3 times with the intention of having this very powerful diamond white light to go through our entire being and to begin the process of shifting us up to a higher frequency. Inhale and chant with me. please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Allow this energy to expand within you. Focus on that higher dimensional aspect of yourself. Allow yourself to transform, to expand into that essence, that being that you were shown. We now say thank you to these beings. Before we leave, we ask if there is any message that these beings would like to share with us. Go ahead and ask them now. And we say thank you to these beings, and we allow ourselves to come out of this portal back into our universe. You can continue to imagine yourself as this being. If you saw yourself as a different kind of creature or a different being, whatever it was that you saw, you are now this being, you are now this creature in your astral body. Get used to it. Move around in it. Own it. Own who you are in the astral realm. You'll notice that all of the other light beings and all of the deities that are here are marveling at your beauty, at your power. And they are encouraging you to see yourself the way that they have always seen you. Feel them supporting you and appreciating you. Feel them respecting you and having awe for the power and the consciousness that is your true essence. And now we and all of our light being friends and all of the deities, we now focus our attention on the center of our galaxy, so we allow ourselves to rise up until we can look down and see the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Spiraling in are huge amounts of stars, and a huge amount of light is coming out of the center of the galaxy, and we're able to see that underneath that is actually a black hole. That black hole is a portal that we have opened on the 14th of August. And so we allow ourselves and all of our friends to move into position over that portal. And what we are going to do is we are going to send this energy directly into this portal, which will make its way into the center of our sun. I can see myself. I look like a giant dragon made out of diamonds with white light shooting in all directions. And so we are going to be sending the brightest white light in existence, which carries with it the transformational vibration and frequency of what we would call 5D. When we chant this into the portal, it's going to go directly into the heart of the sun. It'll create a chain reaction within the sun, and the sun will then release this like an explosion into all directions and onto planet Earth. Inhale with me and begin chanting the Huar breath. And please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue to send positive, loving intentions directly to the heart of the sun. If you have a specific wish or prayer that you would like to say for the earth, for the people of earth, go ahead and send this now directly into the heart of the sun. I myself am going to be sending the wish that all humans are allowed to become free, that all the prisoners, that all of the slaves, that all of those who have been abused, all those who are sad and alone and afraid, who feel unseen and unloved, that they would all be filled with a rush of bliss and joy and awaken to their true connection to themselves and to the entire multiverse. Go ahead and send whatever positive intentions you would like to send. And now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We're now going to travel to the sun. So we say goodbye to this portal. And this portal is now going to begin closing. It's not closed yet, but it will begin to close because we have done the majority of the work so far. So now we're going to travel to the sun, so let us find out where our sun is. We and all of our light-being friends, we travel and we surround the sun, and we can see the sun is pulsating at a higher frequency. We can see that the light coming from the sun is brighter and whiter than we've ever seen it. Almost like see-through. It is so pure. And we are simply going to surround the sun and send her our love. We're not going to put any more Huar energy into her because she's already working with the tremendous amount of energy that we've sent. There is a huge transformation happening. And I'm realizing that the sun is also going to become reborn into a higher version of herself. And we just surround her and we send her our love and we send her our gratitude. And now we can allow ourselves to back away from our mother, the sun, and we find planet Earth way off in the distance, and we allow ourselves to fly towards planet Earth. And we surround the Earth, and once again there are like a necklace or beads surrounding Earth, which are actually diamonds, sparkling. And these diamonds are used to intensify, purify the energy that comes to Earth. And we are going to simply chant the Huar breath one time, and we're going to imagine it as a wave that's going to surround the earth, to go through these diamond beads surrounding the earth and prepare the earth for what is about to come. Inhale and chant with me. And now focus on sending comfort and healing to the planet. And as we look down, we can see that there are rainbow lights that are coming off of Earth, that are surrounding the entire Earth like a protective aura. Because the amount of transformation that the earth is going through right now is very intense, and the intensity is going to increase as more and more energy comes from the sun. The energy from the sun is going to increase significantly, and so we are going to choose to transform this energy into a healing energy that surrounds the entire earth like an aura. And those beautiful rainbows, and in the mythology, the promise of rainbows, which means healing and regeneration, a new world. And it is now that we begin to focus on the new world that we would like to create. So imagine the perfect world that you want to live in, that brings you the greatest joy. Go into your deepest fantasy, your deepest childlike fantasy, where you're living in the absolute most beautiful, most blissful, most fun, most amazing childlike fantasy world, except it will be real. The world that I'm going to create is going to be filled with beautiful forests, exotic creatures and animals. Rainbows are coming off of all surfaces, trees, flowers, rocks, plants. When we look up into the sky at night, we see multicolored stars that shine onto the earth. It's never dark. There's always some beautiful rainbow light shining from all sources around us. We can see and feel the love in every being, and we are completely seen and loved by all beings. Whenever we walk by any being, any person, when they look at us, we see in their eyes the most beautiful, powerful, spiritual being that we could ever imagine. We feel their love, we feel their acceptance. We are known and seen by all. We live in a world where beings from every civilization come and visit. There are beings from very powerful, very advanced civilizations that come to our world, and they share with us their knowledge and their wisdom, and we share with them our heroic adventures on 3D planet Earth. We become the stuff for their mythology. And on planets all throughout our universe, there are beings that get together and listen to stories about the incredibly brave deities known as humans, who ventured into the most powerful of three-dimensional experiments, and they overcame. And we teach beings all over, in every dimension, how to find your deepest desires and to live from the deepest joy within. We are a source of inspiration to all beings everywhere, including the gods. Go ahead and spend a moment with your guides, imagining whatever perfect world you would like to experience. And please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. I'm not going to end this meditation. Our energy is in that new earth. We are already there. We have a few things to clean up here, and then we will soon be there permanently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count to 3, and when I do, you can open your physical eyes, but your consciousness and your energy will stay in that beautiful 5D world, and all you have to do is close your eyes and think of it, and you will be right back there. All of the light beings and all of the deities, they are there available to you whenever you choose. Just simply call upon them and ask for them to come and be with you. Allow them to come and visit you anytime, day or night. They may show up in your dreams. Give them permission to come and heal you, empower you, prepare you for this shift that is coming. Make the conscious decision to disconnect yourself from the three-dimensional narrative. No longer allow yourself to be pulled into the delusion that is being given to you about what this world is. Focus on your happiness and on the happiness of those close to you. On the count of 3, go ahead and open your eyes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Rub your hands together. Put palms of your hands over your eyes. Feel the warmth. Inhale it into your brain all the way down to your feet. Inhale. Exhale this into the earth. Inhale again. Exhale this higher energy into the earth. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Rub your eyes, your face, your scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck, shoulders, arms. Okay. As always, there's not a whole lot to say. I felt a lot of beautiful energy, and I think we are far closer to the shift than we may realize. So I will leave you there with that. I don't see anything that I need to respond to, so we can leave things as they are. You know what to do. You can click on the $ if you want to give to the channel here during this live stream. Of course, you can also go to the thunderwizard.com website, and the best way to support this channel is to subscribe. The regular subscriptions is what allows me to keep doing this, but you can also check out the shop. There are very powerful exercises there. So check all of that stuff out, and I guarantee you, if you have never done these exercises and you do them, they will help you to align your energy to this shift we are going to experience. That's it. I wish you guys all the best. As always, please remember that you are the most powerful being that has ever existed, that you are the most beautiful being. The only thing that you have to do is to simply exist. And when you just allow yourself to exist, you are your most beautiful. And there's literally nothing you can do besides existing that will make you more lovable than you already are. When you focus on your greatest happiness and your greatest joy, and you sacrifice everything, including the opinion and acceptance of other people in the world, when you focus only on what your soul wants and you bring that into reality, all conscious beings expand in their awareness, and the gods themselves get on their knees and they bow before you as their Lord and Creator, as do I. Thank you for creating this world and allowing me to live in it. It was created entirely for your own personal satisfaction, entertainment, and pleasure. So that's it, my friends. I'll see you all very soon, and until such time, please take very good care of yourselves.